Welcome to Cape Town News. Do hit subscribe and never miss a thing. Today is Friday, the 28th of November, 2025, and here's what's making headlines in the Western Cape. Crackdown erupts as government targets Cape gangs. Fear spikes after deadly Lion's Head paragliding crash. High Court slams ambush case and frees banned investigation. Global Netflix giant storms back into Cape Town. Racing season ignites as thousands flood Kenilworth. Cape Town braces for massive festival surge. Cloudy start, clearing skies, and restless seas tomorrow. Authorities are escalating efforts to curb violent crime in the Western Cape after weeks of relentless gang-related murders left communities unsettled. Deputy President Paul Mashatile told the National Council of Provinces that the national government is weighing the deployment of the National Joint Operational and Intelligence Structure, known as NATJoints, to stabilize the situation. He said fragmented policing has undermined investigations and allowed gang leaders to exploit gaps within the justice system. NATJoints integrates policing, defense, and intelligence resources to ensure arrests are backed by investigations strong enough to secure convictions. Without that, Mashatile warned, suspects risk returning to the streets within days. Smile FM reported that dozens of murders have been recorded across the Cape Flats, with nearly 400 lives lost in a single month across the province, intensifying calls for immediate intervention. Parliament is also moving to examine the root causes of conviction failures, a step that city leaders believe may push long-awaited reform into the national spotlight. Cape Town Mayor Jordan Hill-Lewis welcomed the inquiry, calling it a crucial opportunity to raise persistent concerns about weak conviction rates and shortages within national policing structures. He said arrests alone mean little without follow-through, noting that detectives and prosecutors remain under-resourced. The city argues that broader investigative powers for municipal officers would strengthen case dockets and improve prosecution outcomes. Alderman J.P. Smith highlighted operational challenges uncovered by the Madlunga Commission, from precincts without laptops to detectives relying on personal phones and shortages of basic materials, including statement paper and DNA kits for gender-based violence cases. Parliament heard that vacancy rates in several precincts range between 20% and 40%, with more than 200 detective posts unfilled as of August. Officials believe enhanced NATJoints involvement, combined with structural reform, may finally provide a pathway to stable and effective anti-gang policing across affected Cape communities. Safety concerns are rising within Cape Town's soaring community after a second fatal paragliding crash involving the same specialized wing type occurred on Lion's Head. A 36-year-old South African pilot died on Tuesday while flying a flare moustache paraglide, a high-performance hybrid wing designed for strong coastal winds and known for its aggressive handling. The South African Hang Gliding and Paragliding Association confirmed the pilot was a licensed member and said an official accident report is pending. Chairperson Louis Stanford told Cape Argus that this is the second fatal crash involving the flare moustache since a similar incident in 2023. He said the association had already begun reviewing launch and landing protocols even before the latest crash, and the process will continue alongside the formal investigation. The tragedy prompted a multi-agency rescue effort involving Wilderness Search and Rescue, Western Cape Emergency Services, and SAN Parks Rangers, who worked under challenging conditions on a steep west-facing slope. Wilderness Search and Rescue spokesperson David Nell said the terrain required more than 30 rescuers and specialized lighting, including drones, to reach the scene as daylight faded. He noted that while such incidents are not frequent, they occur regularly enough to remain a concern. Data collected over 25 years shows 43 recorded incidents, including 8 within the past year alone. Authorities say the cause of Tuesday's crash remains unclear, and the Aviation Authority has appealed for witnesses or footage to assist in the investigation. The latest incident has renewed scrutiny over whether high-performance wings require stricter guidelines for recreational use around Cape Town's mountainous launch sites, particularly on days of strong or unstable winds. The city is expected to engage with aviation bodies once findings are released. A gag order preventing Open Secrets from publishing an investigation into the export of South African-made armored vehicles to a state-owned company in the United Arab Emirates has been lifted by the Western Cape High Court. The order was overturned by Judge Nathan Erasmus, who said he needed to assess whether the case amounted to litigation by ambush after Open Secrets was given only 2 hours' notice to appear during the earlier urgent hearing on 5th November. The armored vehicle manufacturer, Integrated Convoy Protection, argued that publication of the investigation posed reputational and financial risks. Their legal representative claimed the company might lose business if the client's identity became public. The vehicles in question are sold to the United Arab Emirates, a country that has faced allegations of backing armed groups involved in atrocities in Sudan. During proceedings, Erasmus suggested that acting judge Gavin Cooper may not have had the full picture when granting the temporary gag order. Counsel for Open Secrets argued that Integrated Convoy Protection withheld crucial details, including redacted contract information, which concealed the nature of the vehicle exports. Amabungane, admitted as amicus, argued that the public has the right to know when components for armored vehicles may end up in conflict zones. After the ruling, Open Secrets Director Henny van Vuuren welcomed the decision, saying the court had protected the public interest and affirmed the importance of investigative journalism in holding powerful actors accountable. He said the organization will now proceed with publication. Cape Town is lighting up with excitement as Netflix's hit series One Piece returns to the mother city for filming of its 3rd season. Good Things Guy confirmed that the full Straw Hat crew is back on set, signaling another major international production anchored in Cape Town's growing film sector. The show's global success has been remarkable since its debut in 2023, reaching the top 10 worldwide, climbing to #1 in more than 75 countries and becoming the first English-language Netflix series to top charts in Japan. Over 2 years, it has drawn nearly 100 million views. Cape Town's landscapes and purpose-built sets now form a significant part of One Piece's world, cementing the city as a preferred location for international shoots. Previous productions filmed here include Mission Impossible 8, Black Mirror, and Raised by Wolves. Season 3 features returning cast members Iñaki Godoy as Luffy, Makenyu as Zoro, Emily Rudd as Nami, Jacob Romero as Usopp, and Taz Skylar as Sanji. New cast additions include Cole Escola, Zolo Maridueña, and Joe Manganiello. The series, based on Japan's highest-selling manga with more than 500 million copies sold, follows Monkey D. Luffy's quest to become King of the Pirates. Filming is expected to inject significant economic activity into the province, with local crews, hospitality, logistics, and tourism sectors all benefiting. Officials say the production helps keep Cape Town front and center in the global filming landscape, and fans can expect vibrant behind-the-scenes activity over the coming months. Cape Town's Summer Festival of Racing has kicked off with a vibrant display of culture, fashion, and elite sport, as thousands attended the Cape Punters Cup at Hollywood Bet's Kenilworth racecourse. The event marks the start of a 3-month racing season running through February, and showcases how racecourses are evolving into cultural hubs that blend thoroughbred racing with food, music, premium hospitality, and family-friendly entertainment. Lavina Naidu, account manager for Pulse Communications, said the festival captures Cape Town's creative energy, offering high-end fashion moments, boutique shopping, wine tasting, and world-class racing. She highlighted upcoming fixtures, including the Cape Fillies Guineas, the festive fair for the Cape Guineas, the prestigious Lormarans King's Plate, the Cape Town Met, and a final seafood and jazz celebration headlined by the Lucky Fish Cape Derby. Race Coast Western Cape Chief Operating Officer Donovan Everett said the goal is to make racing accessible and exciting for all South Africans by blending heritage with modern experiences. He said this season will be one of the most inclusive yet, drawing new audiences while honoring long-standing traditions. Officials expect significant economic benefits for small businesses, vendors, and hospitality providers throughout the season. Cape Town is preparing for one of its busiest weekends of the year, with more than 50 events scheduled and as many as 160,000 attendees expected across the metro. The city confirmed that safety and security teams, together with SAPs, will be deployed at major venues to maintain order and support Cape Town's growing reputation as a top events destination. Alderman J.P. Smith said this surge of gatherings boosts jobs, small businesses and tourism, injecting millions into the local economy. The Mitchell's Plain Festival at Westridge Gardens is among the first major highlights, offering music, food, carnival rides and performances by Youngster CPT, Paxton Feelies, Craig Lucas and others. At the Cape Town International Convention Centre 2, Surf Expo Africa hosts the continent's first ocean sports trade show with exhibitions, workshops and brand activations. More than 1,000 athletes will compete in the Torpedo Swim Run from Sandy Bay to Clifton. Lower Main Road in Observatory transforms into a pedestrian-only zone for Streetopia, a free event showcasing art, performance and creativity. Athlone Stadium hosts the 86th Cape Malay Board competition, while the Heineken World Tour brings motorsport action and a Red Bull Formula One demonstration to Greenpoint Precinct. Additional community events include the OK Mamre Community Sevens, Western Cape Marching Bands, the Toy Run at Killarney, and the Tournament of Dreams in Strandfontein. Here are your money, commodities, and crypto updates. Starting with the major currencies, the US dollar is trading today at 17 Rand and 18 cents. The British pound stands at 22 Rand and 72 cents. And the euro will cost you 19 Rand and 88 cents. Moving to the commodities market, gold is priced at 2,293 Rand and 7 cents per gram. Silver is trading at 29 Rand and 84 cents per gram. Platinum is valued at 906 Rand and 66 cents per gram. And Brent crude oil is trading at $62.17 per barrel. In the cryptocurrency market, today, Bitcoin is valued at 1,566,203 Rand. Ethereum is trading at 51,655 Rand. Meanwhile, Ripple XRP is priced at 37 Rand and 46 cents. And finally, Solana is trading at 2,393 Rand. These figures reflect the latest available market data and may shift as global trading continues through the day. Tomorrow, Cape Town starts off with broken cloud and a few light showers moving through during the morning, with the day settling into a mix of sunny spells and scattered cloud. The temperature reaches a warm 24 degrees, with a real feel closer to 26 in the sheltered parts of the city. The wind comes from the south at around 20 kilometers an hour, with gusts building toward 40 to 50 kilometers an hour along the exposed coastline. It will feel fresher later in the afternoon as cloud cover sits around the mid-40% mark. The ultraviolet index peaks at 8, which is considered unhealthy, so it is wise to keep sunscreen on hand. Inland towns like Paarl and Stellenbosch begin slightly warmer and stay mostly clear after the early cloud lifts, giving them a steadier day for outdoor plans. Along the Atlantic side, the ocean stays lively, with a southwest primary swell of around 0.5 meters at about 9 seconds, and a secondary swell running at 12 to 15 seconds. The sea becomes a little fuller toward the late afternoon. Expect a low tide early at around 6 o'clock in the morning, a high tide near midday, and a falling tide again by early evening. Sunrise is at 28 minutes past 5 and sunset at 19 minutes before 8. It should be a comfortable day for the many Cape. With that, we conclude today's bulletin, and now you know what's happening in the mother city. Thank you for watching Cape Town News. Make sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you never miss a story. We appreciate your support. Let us know your thoughts in the comments below, and don't forget tomorrow's Cape Town News drops right here on YouTube at 12 noon. Meanwhile, stay safe, informed, and connected.